Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe, forward into battle, see his banners go. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Oh, for a faith that will not shrink, though pressed by every foe, that will not tremble on the brink of any earthly woe, that will not murmur or complain beneath a chastening rod, but in the hour of grief or pain will lean upon its God. A faith that shines more bright and clear when tempests rage without, that when in danger knows no fear, in darkness feels no doubt. Lord, give us such a faith as this, and then whatever may come, we'll taste and hear the hallowed bliss of an eternal home. A charge to keep I have, a God to glorify, a never-dying soul to save, and fitted for the sky, to serve the present age, my calling to fulfill. Oh, may it all my powers engage to do my Master's will. Arm me with jealous care, as in thy sight to live, and O thy servant, Lord, prepare a strict account to give. Help me to watch and pray, and on thyself rely. Assured if I my trust betray, I shall forever die. Rise up, O men of God, have done with lesser things. Give heart and mind and soul and strength to serve the King of Kings. Rise up, O men of God, his kingdom tarries long. Bring in the day of brotherhood and end the night of wrong. Rise up, O men of God, the church for you doth wait. Her strength unequal to her task, rise up and make her great. Lift high the cross of Christ, tread where his feet have trod. As brothers of the Son of Man, rise up, O men of God.
Good morning! No, it's not even morning anymore. Good afternoon. Not even that. Evening. It's been one of those days, I tell you. It has been. Good evening. Ignore the first two. 3 if you want. I don't. I don't know. I hope everyone is having a good day. I really do. Regardless of what time it is. Like, it would be morning for Sam. So we can always, we can always count that. Morning for Sam. I'm sure it's afternoon somewhere for someone. I blame the time change. I really do. And I also wonder, like, why do we not have a background? It feels wrong. Much better. I like that one a lot better. It's getting better. CJ is once again being a slacker. He's left us on our own. All by ourselves. We'll probably go ahead and keep this stream a little bit on the shorter side, as it is Ezra's birthday. Probably. You never know, though. We might go for a while. Might not. Nobody knows. Hello, Sister T. We have one friend. Sister T. It was funny because after a long while of not seeing one of our, I guess you could call him a childhood friend, kind of. More of a friendly acquaintance. But after a long while not seeing him, we moved away, towards Adair, and then we moved up here. All of a sudden, here he is working at the local gas station. And so it was kind of a bit like a reunion, if you will. It was just like, long time no see. And went in there, and he's been in there working, I don't know how long now. This was some time ago that he started. At least it feels that way. It might not be, but it feels that way. But he was training a new guy here 3 days ago, give or take. And I walk in, and I'm like, Jackson! And new friend. How's new friend? I have no idea what his name was. But the look on his face is so funny. I'm like, Jackson, you have a new friend? It was funny. So Sister T gets to be new friend for now. I don't even know if Dad's watching, Sister T. I think that was just Alicia when she tagged on Dad's account. But I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. He can lurk. Doesn't bother me none. But we're glad to have you, Sister T. AKA new friend, Sister T. Oh, I don't even know if I got pictures of what we did today. Oh, I did. Well, yesterday more so than today. But, maybe I might even be able to show the transformation. The transfiguration of this project. Maybe. Maybe not. Amen to that, Sister T. But like I said earlier, we'll probably keep this one a tad bit shorter as it is Ezra's birthday. But we might not, too. It depends upon how things go. CJ is, of course, as you have no doubt noticed, slacking. His grandfather has come over and he has left us alone. Some people's children. We call him asking, like, hey, can you take reading for us? Because we're going to be doing, festivities for Ezra's birthday. And he's like, I'm drained, I'm kaput. And we're like, oh, okay, we'll take pity on you. I guess we'll do it. And then he's like, I don't even think it was 5 minutes later. It might have been. But then he's just like, nope, never mind. All that rest and sympathy you were giving for me. Apparently, he doesn't need it. He's going to just abandon us altogether. So feel free to let him know how you feel about that. Next time you see him. Sister T says, it's time for a birthday song. How old is Ezra? Ezra is 17. A year shy of 18. Fourscore and 7 years ago. She says, I will. With that maniacal laugh. I will. I will. Sister T, I am 21. Yeah. 21. Amos is 19. Correct. Yeah, you were close. I wasn't saying you weren't. Happy birthday to Ezra. Happy birthday to Ezra. Happy birthday to Ezra. Happy birthday to him. And many more. He's a little past 4. So, let's see here. This looks like a good place to start. Yes, that's a good place to start. Boop. that. No. Nani. Anywhere. Amen, Sister T. Amen. So, we have a brief collection of what I have been up to lately. Intermingled with who knows what. We don't know. So, for this, hang on. No, let me out. Let me out. No, it refuses. I am not allowed out. Hang on. Wrong thing. First, we must do this. We must start a little bit earlier. That's a better time to start. I don't care right now. I do not care right now. There we are. This is much better. This is a better place to start. That's not full screen? Wonder why that got as blurry as it did. That's a little random. There it is. It cleared up at the tail end. Anyways. So, here we have Larry Bob in the happy little skid loader Blink. No, stay. Yeah, we are gathering dirt for a project. That day we ended up hauling 8 4-ton loads of dirt. And for anyone who needs to remember, a ton of dirt is 2,000 pounds. So, 2,000 times 4, 8,000 pounds times 8 is a lot. It's a lot of weight. I knew the number, but I don't feel like doing the math right now. But 8,000 pounds 8 times over. We hauled a lot of dirt that day. And then I get to show you what happened to that dirt. In this video, which is a lot clearer for some reason unbeknownst to us, you get to see us happily. Come on, switch. We applied the dirt to a driveway. And here I am on the mini track machine, running it around and packing the driveway in solid. Overall, I think it's the next one. Aha. Overall, we ended up expanding the driveway, as I'm about ready to demonstrate here, about 8 feet in the center, the width, 8 feet across. So we were expanding a driveway, and that's what ate up all of that dirt. It did. It just ate up all the dirt. She says, wow, that's a lot of dirt. It is. It was a lot of dirt. But they had this narrow little driveway that they wanted expanded. So we did. And now on... That's much better. I like that so much better. So, I don't remember if you can see my mouse pointer or not. But right here, we gave them their old driveway went down and around where you see the white. That was about the old driveway, give or take. And he has a really nice tractor. Restored. It's beautiful. Beautiful tractor. But anyways, so that ate all of that dirt. DED did. Dirt, go. Bye. Bye. And, okay, that's a different part of the story. So yeah, we were expanding the driveway over and over and over. And then we got to haul in rock, which I'll get to here in a moment. Isn't it, though? It is a very beautiful tractor. I had to tell him that, too. Very beautiful tractor. It's just gorgeous to look at. And see, Larry's brother, Randy, is a certified mechanic. And I believe he was the one that did most of the help on restoring the tractor. So, he did good. Now, for this part of the story, let's see here. I probably don't have a good spot of it. Oh, maybe in this one I do. Oh, can't zoom in. Thumbnator. I think it was down. Yeah, it's already down already. Okay. So, beside the house up here, you see this nice, beautiful oak tree with the golden leaves up here. It had a twin that went right over the house. Smack dab right over the house. Which, if you didn't know, you wouldn't miss it. But, yeah, it had a twin right over the house. Originally, this part of the house was not there. This is an addition. It was just this. And when it was just that, the tree was not harming anything. They should have had the tree guys come in first and take that tree down before building the addition. They didn't. If they had done that, that would have avoided a lot of problems. But anyways, they didn't. But we made it all work. But because the tree guys had to be there and drop logs all over because there's no other place to put them, that slowed us down on that back corner of the house because we got a lot of work to do on that side of the house. We're talking stone stairs, boulders, flower beds, river rock, plantings, which we'll do in the spring. Yeah. But because the tree guy had to be there and do that, we switched to the driveway, and everything worked out all right. So it was not like it was a waste of time or a big problem. But there used to be a big tree just right hanging over the house. It got took down. So that's where this is. I was just up here looking at the tree. Wow. And all of the carnage. Now, let's see here. You see how big a size of that log is? Compared to my knee, right there, on the log. That wasn't a small tree. I'm standing on its stump. It was a beautiful black oak, I think is what they said. It was just hanging right over the house. That's our happy little dump truck. But, yeah. So we've had a rather interesting week. It hasn't been a bad week by any means. Sister T says, yes. Interesting. Oh, yes. I don't know which was which was which, but it'll all work out. Pretty sure that last oh yes is probably to the size of the tree, but yeah. Yes, a house would be nice. Everyone should have a house. It's nice to have a house. It really is. Now, see, this is I believe they call it a studio style house. I think. But this is one of the nicer ones, in my opinion. I don't like the gray and black studio houses. I don't. Those are just so depressing of colors. But unfortunately, you see them all the time. These folks, thankfully, went for a more natural color pattern with the wood accents and then the blue with the white trims around the windows. It helped it so much. That's more of a lake house, with the blue and the white. That says, seaside, and then and the stone on the front of the house is so much better. Like if you were to ever do a studio style house, which I'm pretty sure that's what that's called. And there's another look at that nice tractor. I think this is a different picture even. I might have a bit more of it this time. I think in the last one I only had a little bit, but I might be wrong. Anyways, yeah, such a gorgeous tractor. But yeah, if you're gonna ever build a studio house, please do not make it gray and black. That is just so depressing. Personal opinion. Do color. God made color for a reason. Oh, and so you just got to see what the driveway looked like there. Here is what the driveway looks like now. Well, actually, not even now. I didn't get one of today because it wouldn't have made much of a difference. But what we did today was we packed all this new rock in, so it looks a little smoother than it does here. But we did this yesterday. Was we went down, we hauled rock and put it in, and then today we packed it. And didn't that help their driveway out a lot? Made all the difference, I tell you. It really did. Now, I really didn't get any side pictures, but if you go over here to the side of this thing, we have it kind of wavy on purpose. We're going to make those waves a little bit more pronounced. But what's going to go on here is we're going to put on a nicer, richer black dirt. That's just foundation dirt. And we're going to put on a nice, richer dirt. And we're going to do like ripples of rock, boulder walls in here, from here and there, and semicircles. And we're going to dig flat spots, plant flowers and such. We're just going to make it a really pretty edge. We might have some like grasses up here along the top and such. That way, if you have these tall plume grasses, not the spreading ones. Carl Forester, by the way. It's the name of the grass you're going to want to use. No, that would be a dance studio, Sister T. Studio refers to the style of house. Now, I don't know the origin of the name. It could very well be. But normally it's that, if I'm correct, in this being a studio style house. But normally it has a lot of windows, flat and sharp angles. It's basically a studio house. I can even look it up. I probably should do that just so we know what we're talking about. But you see how it has a distinctive shape It doesn't have any pitched peak roofs or gentle. It's all very sharp and angled and sleek and modern, quote unquote modern. That's kind of, if I'm thinking, we really should check out Studio House. Let's try that one. Studio style house. Yeah. See, like right here. Come on. Make it big for me, please. There we go. Yep. See? Studio. Kind of small. Well, this one's small, but sharp edges. Flat, and normally black is a prominent feature. Some of them are black with stone, and that's good. But it consists of sharp angles, windows, and dark colors normally. Tends to be the norm. Once again, I wish I could just make you bigger from right here. Why? No. Okay, fine, be a loser. But you see that, Sister T? And this one has some of the white. But it's just studio contemporary. That might be the kicker right there, is the contemporary aspect. But sharp angles, black, not so. I mean, some of those are pretty looking, but like the ones I see, more often than not, are not so pretty looking. They're just very. I mean, they look nice in the sense that they're new, but they're very boring. This is a nice house. They got style, rounder edges. You know, that's a nice house. Different colors on it. Decor. Whereas a studio house, no. You don't get that type of snaz. I don't know why most of the pictures are the inside. I mean, this is kind of like the one they have, like the one they went for. Which this is the nicer style. I like the windows. Don't get me wrong. I like having a lot of windows, but notice all the black roof, black gutter, black trim around the window, black window boxes, black roof, black gutter. You know, black door, black beams sticking out of the house. Why? And, fun fact, black shingles wear out a lot sooner than other colored shingles. It's because the sun just cooks them to smithereens and they go poof. So, yeah. Let me go back and see what's going on. She says, all I got to say is, wow. She's, oh, okay, duh. Sit down. My bad. Love the rocking chairs. I like rocking chairs. Okay, I see the difference. Nice. Oh, yes, nice. Yeah. But there's just a lot of sharper edges on a studio contemporary style house. It's not so friendly looking or pizzazzy. This one, like I said, is a bit nicer than most. But yeah, we definitely helped the driveway out a lot. So real quick for cuteness, mom, sister T. This was Shua and I the other night, about a week or so ago. I went outside and was just sitting there drinking my coffee when Shua came zipping along, meow, and planted herself right beside me. She came out of nowhere. Sat on the bench beside me and leaned up against me, and then mom come out and started taking pictures, of course. Typical mom behavior. Mm-hmm. No, Sister T, I'm gonna make you hungry. So Saturday. Let's see. Saturday. Pretty sure it was Saturday. Yes. Saturday was Dad's birthday. And on his birthday, he was setting up 2 phones for one for Larry, one for Samantha. And setting them up, activating them for him, switching them to straight talk, etc. so forth on his birthday. And so while he was doing that with Samantha, Larry and I decided to run to the grocery store and get the fixings for a feast. A breakfast, lunch, feast. And so we did. We had Licia make up some pancake batter. Some made from scratch, homemade buttermilk pancake batter. And I went out to our Blackstone griddle, and we grated up some hash brown, grated up some potatoes, added some cheese, made some hash browns. That's what you got looking at right there. Fried them in some butter. They had nice crunch on the outside, but they were still soft in the middle. And then we had our pancakes, which put on, and you can cook 8 pancakes on this thing at once. It is amazing. Oh, Sister T says she's really enjoyed her time with me. Ah, thank you. I enjoy having you, Sister T. I enjoy having everybody, pretty much. But that's just you and me tonight, it looks like, Sister T. Just is. We're all by ourselves. Yeah. But so we cooked up hash browns and pancakes. We had little smokies cooked up in some butter. And what else did we have? I feel like we had another thing or so. Yeah. We're surviving, right, Sister T? We will survive. Eh, eh. Yum, 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 yum. This is the first Friday in November. Wow. Okay. Huh. One of these days had to have been a Friday. Mm. So here, for October 22nd. Ta-da. Yeah. Eggs. You're right, Sister T. We had eggs. That was it. You nailed it. We had eggs, hash brown, pancakes, little smokies. So basically breakfast sausages. Yeah, that was it. It was good. I'm sure Dad probably told you all about it. But, so Larry went to see his in laws, technically. Kind of. His wife's aunt and uncle. And so while he was gone for that week or so, I was working with um, his niece's husband. And we got to play with trees. I'm pretty sure I showed you these photos. At least, I think I did. But Larry had this big, giant burr oak over his house. Most of the tree was over his house. Like you see, there's the corner of the house down here. Most of the tree, you just draw a straight line up. Most of the tree is over the house. And so I was working with his nephew-in-law, and that's who's up there. And we had to grab ropes, and he would tie them to the limbs, like he'd cut the thin stuff, the small stuff, and throw them down in safe areas by hand, every piece, until he got back to this kind of thicker stuff, and then he'd tie a rope, and then wrap it around a different part of the tree, and run it down to me. And then I either hold the rope or wrap the rope around another tree that he cuts, and it causes the little piece to swing, and then I get to use the rope and lower that piece of log down. Very time-consuming process. Very. And these logs aren't light either. And of course, as you go down the tree, they get bigger and heavier. So, yeah. But eventually, we reached a point where we got a lot of them off. We're down to mostly a trunk. We got most of the stuff off of above the house. We got this one random guy hanging out over here. He's cleaning out some. We get that cleaned up, and there we are, left with the main stump of the tree. We have all this pile of logs right here. We have another pile off over here, as you can kind of see. We have one pile inside his fence. We have a pile over here, where this blue tarp is on the other side of that, right over here. And we have a pile on the other side of this machine, and one on the other side of the house, right over there. That was a big tree. Very time consuming. Rather difficult to take down. A lot of wood. A lot of wood. So after that, we get a food break. Every once in a while we have to pause and show off some food. So I worked for Tommy for most of that week. There's only like 1 or 2 days I didn't work for him. But, yeah. So one of our meals we had while I was working for him, we cleaned up his shop/building, organized a whole bunch of stuff. We go up to his place and he makes his food. We had these fried taters, a slice of bread, and some chicken nuggets. Chicken tenders up there. It was good. Very good stuff. Yummy food. He is an excellent cook. Yum. So, have to show off a little bit of food here and there. But then, we did roofing! This was the side that was done. Pretty sure I showed these off. I got like a feeling I did. But we did roofing. Dun dun dun. It is a gorgeous day out. Leaves are falling. The roof is being roofed. We're clear up on top of the roof. Working away. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She says, fried potatoes, so good. Yes, they are. The first time I'm seeing it. Okay. It just feels like I've showed it off before, but I don't know. Apparently not. So yeah, we did roofing. Then the next day we did some more roofing. We got the other side of this roof done. So then we're starting another layer. This is one of our helpers/friends, friendly acquaintance, people we know. Oh, that he is an excellent roofer. Construction site. We have fun. We have a lot of fun. We do. Regardless of what we're doing, we always have fun. That is like a requirement and a half. Whatever we're doing. Oh, it was really funny. Ezra was walking. Ezra was doing something, looked up, and he seen the dog, and he caught a picture of the dog in this, making this great face. He's just, that poor dog. He looks like he's seen things. Makes me laugh. That poor dog. He just looks horrified. Get any of those, Sister T? I'll pull up a couple other pictures of him. Gotta go dig for him a little bit, but he just In that particular moment, he looks like he's just absolutely horrified. Ah, la, 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 la. Oh! Oh! Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Ba-da-da. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do. Do. Dibby-dibby-dibby-dibby. I'm sure I have a picture of him around here somewhere. I know I do. I do. I do. I do. Do 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 do. Happy trails to you. Happy trails to you. There's a picture of him. Go Gog. Oh, Sister T, this is be right back. She says, me too, sleepy. I'll wrap her up here in a moment or two, Sister T. Don't you worry. Let me know when you get back. Swiftly we're turning life's daily pages. Swiftly the hours are changing to years. How are we using God's golden moments? Shall we reap glory? Shall we reap tears? Into our hands the gospel is given. Into our hands is given the light Haste let us carry God's precious message, guiding the erring back to the right. Millions are groping without the gospel. Quickly they'll reach eternity's night. Shall we sit idly as they rush onward? Haste let us hold up Christ the true light. Into our hands the gospel is given. Into our hands is given the light. Haste let us carry God's precious message, guiding the erring back to the right. Souls that are precious, souls that are dying, while we rejoice our sins are forgiven. Did he not also die for these lost ones? Then let us point the way unto heaven. Into our hands the gospel is given. Into our hands is given the light. Haste let us carry God's precious message, guiding the erring back to the right. Figured we needed at least one song. And so she says, it kind of does, now that you mention it. She says she's sleepy. Be right back. Now she's back. She says, that's a good picture. Yes, this is Dog Dog. We flipped this concrete step over so we could get in, level this, build it up, and put the steps back. And then he just came over and decided that that dirt was soft and cool. And it was hot out that day. So he just decided, I'm going to lay here. And he did. He's such a good dog. So we have that one. Then we have this one. Taken to you. This picture is brought to you by Skylar. Thank you, Sister P. He walked up and he's just petting Dog on the chest. He's just like, he's such a good dog. He really is. Oh, let's see here. So we had that one. Then we had meow, meow, meow. Hmm. Why can I never find this picture whenever I want this picture? Anyone else know that feeling? It's just like whenever you go to get that one photo, you can never find it. Ever. Does not exist. That stuff was good. It really was. Yeah, I was just working with Corey Bob. Poor Corey Bob. He is doing better now. Oh, did he? Oh, did I? Shoo shoo. Well, I do know that if I scroll like a lot down, some of my very first pictures are Doug Dog. But they have Raccoona crisplatas in them. So, because he is a coon dog, and he does coon dog very well. Sister T says, "Oh, so sweet," and she says, "Know the feeling. You're just you go looking for a couple particular photos, and you can't find them. But some of my very first photos are doggy, and look at that. He's just so happy with himself. He's like smirking. He's like, I did good. That's the look in his eyeballs. I did good. And he did. He got that raccoon. Just wham. No raccoon today. It's like it went away. And then. Nope. Wrong direction. Hello. This is Christian Edification Ministries. Edifying the saints with professionalism and shenanigans. Ephesians 4:11-13. This is CEM. Ephesians 4:11-13. That was one of my watermelons. These are some of the early photos. Sister T says, "Aww, he is a blue tick coonhound mutt." Disclaimer: we live in the country. These are country photos. You are going to see country things. For example, Amos having just come back with 2 coons and Dog in one night. Dog, he's just like, yep, the coons are mine. He's like, why are you sticking your boot up there, huh? He's such a good dog. He does an excellent job. He does. And then, ooh, here's one of my best photos of Dougie. Dog. One of the best. I kind of found the one I was looking for. There he is. He's in battle mode. He's like, something over there does not look right. He's a good dog. Yep. So that has been your brief viewing of our slideshow. If CJ was here just to torment him, we would sing We Have an Anchor, but he's not here, so we're not going to torment him. Unfortunately. We would enjoy tormenting with him. But, we have a nice simple song. He got that serious face, Sister T. He does. And I have other photos where he's just in happy mode. Oh. Or he's in attack mode. Touch it good though. That's a nice song, but it's not quite the type I want. Much closer to the type, but the wrong type. This one will do nicely. As a sending off song. Sweet hour of prayer, that calls me from a world of care, and bids me at my Father's throne make all my wants and wishes known. In seasons of distress and grief, my soul has often found relief, and oft escaped the tempter's snare by thy return, sweet hour of prayer. Sweet hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer, the joy I feel, the bliss I share, of those whose anxious spirits burn with strong desire for thy return. With such I hasten to the place where God my Savior shows his face, and gladly take my station there, and wait for thee, sweet hour of prayer. Sweet hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer, thy wings shall my petition bear to him whose truth and faithfulness engage the waiting soul to bless. And since he bids me seek his face, believe his word, and trust his grace, I'll cast on him my every care, and wait for thee, sweet hour of prayer. I have enjoyed it as well, Sister T. And I thank you for being here with me through it all, even though my co-host wasn't. As I said, feel free to let him know how we feel about this. So, y'all, Sister T, and everybody, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, that you have a good night, a good day, a good morning, whatever it may be, however it may be. Until we meet again, God bless you all. Stay safe, stay strong, and thank you. Until next time, bye-bye! Toodaloo, pip pip, cheerio.